to the emergency department. We're in the hospital now, I think in the maternity ward, because then there's specialists who know what to do. Looks like Chloe has ovarian hyperstimulation, which yeah, it's not fun. It's a lot of pain, tightness, hard to breathe, dizzy spells. Yeah, complicated procedure, got more complicated. You hang in there. I love you.
Hey, I'm still alive. We're still here. So that was a fun little trip to ED. We were there. Well, actually, how we got there, I should start with that. Every time I tried to stand up, I was having quite severe like dizzy spells, like blood rushing feelings. So I phoned the nurses and I had a chat to them about it. That was also coupled with like bouts of severe pain. They wanted to send me to go get some bloods. I was like, all right, sweet. Like we live just down the road. Sorry, it's a bit loud. We live just down the road from the clinic and bloods and everything like that. So it's nice and easy. We went for a little walk. It's pointless driving. And I was going granny pace the whole time. Dan was with me. And then we just got to the bottom of the hill and I just felt my legs giving way. My head was just like being pulled to the ground, and I was like, I grabbed Dan's arm and I was like, I'm gonna faint. And he was like, okay, we'll just stay here for a minute. It was just not going, this feeling. So we rang the clinic and explained to them what had happened, and I just told them, look, I can't even walk. And so they said, bring an ambulance or go to ED. Ovarian hyperstimulation it's a complication you can get from an egg retrieval surgery, where the fluid from your ovaries leaks out into the rest of your body, and it's really toxic for the rest of your body. It can go into your chest cavity, it can go into your abdomen, and obviously it's not great. You can get tightness, it can be hard to breathe. You can get mild to severe cases. Severe cases, you can literally die. It is quite serious. They weren't wanting to play around or wait it out or anything like that. So they said, go to ED, go get checked out. So we went there. We were there for 3, 4, 5, about 5 hours, maybe more. And the crazy thing is, I had the same doctor who did my surgery. He works at Fertility Associates, but he also works at the hospital. But great, because I didn't have to explain anything to him. So he was really thorough. He did lots of bloods on me. He did another ultrasound, every test that he could to see what was going on and to check whether it was OHS. The bloods came back to be normal. So not quite sure what was happening there. The symptoms were definitely there. The bloods didn't say so. So after chatting with the nurses, we sort of came down to the fact that I have a history of chronic fatigue, and it has been a huge part of my life for 5 years. I just got to the point where I can work 4 days a week, I can go to the gym, I can do normal person things and function fine. But the surgery has triggered a big crash. That was what we've sort of come to, and it makes a lot of sense. We are day, what is it? What? Wednesday. We are 6 days post-surgery now. And now I can't even remember what I was trying to say. We're 6 days post-surgery now, and I feel like I'm kind of coming back to myself a little bit more, but it has taken this whole time. But anyway, so we're doing fine. We're over that part. There is some really great news that I want to share. We got a call from our embryologist. So we got 20 eggs. Out of those 20 eggs, that night they put them together and fertilize them, and in the morning we see how many take and how many didn't take. You don't really know how that's gonna work. We got told that next morning, out of our 20, 15 of them were usable, and then 12 of them took to fertilization. Our method was ICSI, so that's a little bit more invasive. It's when they inject directly into the egg, gives a higher chance, basically. They do it depending on your diagnosis and what would suit you best. So we got ICSI, that was great, we were over the moon with that, a lot of chances. Then our little egos had to get to a few more stages, but the last stage, which is a blastocyst, that's the point where your eggs are now usable. They're growing and they're developing really well and healthy. You can use them for implantation. So if they don't get to blastocyst, they get disregarded. You can't use them. We ended up with 7 embryos that got to blastocyst out of 20. So yes, it is less than half, but bear in mind that by this stage, I mean, if you only collect 5 eggs, you know, you could have 1 or 2 that make it to blastocyst. So we are extremely, extremely grateful. We have 3 tries for this IVF, and we have eggs to cater for every try if we need it. The most exciting part of this is your little embryos, when they get to the blastocyst stage, they get graded. There are 30 grade levels. There's a number and 2 letters. I can't remember exactly what each one stands for, but I know that the number is the rate in which it's growing. Letters are sort of how it's growing, so how the cells are looking, how the outer wall is looking, all of that kind of thing. Is it like dense and, you know, looking healthy? Out of our 7 embryos, we ended up with 3 that were graded 5 AAs. You can probably guess that because they're AAs that it's pretty good. It is actually the perfect embryo. Because of the grade, it has a higher success rate. It's healthier. It's literally like it's starting to hatch, as they say. Being a 5, its growth rate is way up there. It's thriving. So we have 3 of those. So each chance we can use one of those. Doesn't mean it's perfect. They're also frozen. So in the thawing process, things can still happen. We do have extras, and the other ones are 5AB. So that is also still a really, really good embryo. It's really healthy. And a 4AB. And that one also is still really healthy, really good. We're really, really blessed and really fortunate to have really good embryos. That's taken a lot of stress off of it. We're just really, really excited. The only thing is that with all of this complications, my health not being so great at the moment, I've had to freeze our eggs. I have to wait again for my day 1 and sort of go through that little thing again. We'll contact the clinic. They'll get in touch with us. Not sure if they can fit us in straight away, or I'll need a pill, or I don't really know how that works. It's full of surprises. So we have great chances, just waiting for our transfer day. Yeah, it's really great. We're really happy. Just gotta rest and recover, and that's all I had to say, really. Yeah, it's really good. I will update you, but yeah, very excited.